This is the Beast, and you are listening to the Wrestling Epicenter. Rah!
You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, featuring the interactive interview, courtesy of WrestlingEpicenter.com. Hi, this is James from the Wrestling Epicenter. Is this the Beast?
This is the Beast.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I feel weird calling a woman a beast. I'm sorry to start the conversation that way. But
yeah, it's a compliment.
All right, are you ready to get started?
I am.
All right, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. On the Newsmaker line with us right now is probably the most requested guest from WoW Superheroes. She's really captivating an audience. She is the Beast. The Beast, are you with us?
I am. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's such a pleasure to have you on. Like I said, when I started watching WoW, when the guys came back and were on AXSTV, the first thing I saw was you jumping off the screen, and I thought, you know what? I need to talk to this person. So thanks for agreeing to do this with us.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. All right. So like I mentioned, you are an incredible athlete, and you definitely, the look, the athleticism, everything is a little bit different than maybe what we see from some of the other girls on WoW Superheroes. What is your athletic background?
So people always ask me, what do I do? And it's kind of like what don't I do? So let me start. Sit back. Take a minute. Sit back. So
okay.
I am a competitive professional bodybuilder. I'm a certified personal trainer. I have my black belt in Krav Maga. And if you don't know what Krav Maga is, it's a military-created self-defense fighting system where they blend boxing, wrestling, Aikido, judo, karate, and most importantly, street fighting. So you can kind of think of it like contact combat, but it's like designed for real-life applications, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
So not only am I a black belt in that, but I'm a certified instructor. I trained MMA. I've trained boxing. What don't I do? What can't I do? Nothing. That's the answer.
Awesome. And WoW has a way, David McLean in particular has a way of just finding these incredible athletes like yourself. How did you end up finding your way into WoW Women of Wrestling?
It's a funny story. So I saw WoW one day, and I like the fact that they showcase different types of women. All different backgrounds, all different sizes, all different makeups. And I felt like I had to be a part of that. But not just be a part of it, I had to reign supreme there. So honestly, one day I burst into McClain's office, told him that I would be his next champion, and that I wouldn't leave until I was on the roster.
Awesome. I love that. Now, I called you the Beast earlier on, and like I mentioned off air, it's weird to call a woman the Beast, but you seem to address that. You seem to like the name. How did the name come to be? How did you get the name the Beast?
It's just how I live my life. Like from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, everything I do is at 150%. From all the things you've heard that I do, not only that, but I also am an EMT. I'm preparing for paramedic school right now. I'm currently enrolled to get my degree in fire technology because I'm currently in the process of becoming a firefighter. I'm in the hiring process right now. Yeah, and with all that stuff that I do, I volunteer weekly. Like after we get off the phone here, I'm going to go volunteer for a girls group to give them motivation and self-esteem. But actually, with all those things that I do, I still find time to go to the gym. I'm blowing up things. I find time to go to the gym every single day and still be the terror that you see in the ring.
That's awesome.
Beast is my lifestyle. It's not just a name. It's not just a gimmick. It's how I do everything in life.
Oh, wow. Well, that's incredible. And I mean, I had no idea about you doing the firefighting as well. And it's awesome that you do some donating of your time, some charity work too. That's really cool. So you're a good person as well as a great athlete.
Don't spread that lie about me.
Well, and I'm going to be honest with you. I wrote a bunch of questions here, and this is the one I'm nervous about. So if it's not something you want to discuss, please do let me know. But there is noticeably on TV a fan of yours in the crowd, and because I was curious, researched it, and I think he might be your husband. Am I correct in assuming that your husband is there watching you most of your matches?
He does. He does. He's my biggest fan.
Is it a comfort thing for you to have him there, or not, or is it more nerve-wracking to have him there watching over you?
When I'm in the ring, it's tunnel vision. I'm focused on the what I'm there to do. I'm focused on getting that 1, 2, 3. So I don't see anything else. Even after the match is over, I got so much adrenaline pumping through my system that there's nothing. There's nothing but me and that other woman in the ring with me. And here's how I see it. When I get in the ring, I'm offended. How dare, as I don't care how well of an athlete this other woman is, how dare this other wrestler step in the ring with me as good as I am? I am. When I say I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, I mean it. I know I'm the best. So how dare you step in the ring with me? So I'm offended, and my only mission, my only focus is to destroy that other person across from me.
Very good. We had the pleasure of talking to Jungle Girl the other day on Monday, as a matter of fact. And, physically, there's not a lot of girls that can measure up to you. Jungle Girl might be one of the closer ones to you. What do you think of Jungle Girl? And she, I would say, is probably one of your top two opponents, her as well as Tessa Blanchard.
No, yeah, and I like that the size is close. I mean, she's not as big as me, but she's trying, bless her heart. And it gives me more of a challenge, and I can appreciate that. And let's be honest, her record, she had an 18-year streak of never being pinned. And I have to respect that. Now, on the flip side, I hope she enjoyed those 18 years. Because for all that time, she was the biggest thing WoW had going. And now the beast is there. So now I'm bigger than her. And now I can't help but notice that because I'm there, her 18-year streak is over. And
that's true.
I can't help but notice that now, instead of being the biggest, boldest thing there, she whines about how she plays by the rules and it's not working for her, and how her 18-year streak was broken and how the interruptions in her matches. And so I hope she enjoyed her 18 years. But I'm there now, and her time is over. It's my time to shine.
Very cool. You already mentioned that your goal is to be the WoW champion, and right now that champion is Tessa Blanchard, and on TV, she's playing the cat and mouse game with you. She's trying to avoid you, and that's been clear. Are you looking forward to finally catching her and getting in the ring with Tessa Blanchard for that title?
Oh, I cannot wait. Like, here's the thing, is that she's been, like you said, she's been ducking and diving and conniving to get away from me. And I can only last for so long because I'm relentless. I will not stop. So she can keep running. But this weekend, this Saturday, I'm going to finally catch her. And what's going to happen is not going to be pretty. People accuse Tessa Blanchard of using her family name or her father to get her foot in the door. And I don't believe that. I believe she's talented. I believe she is one of the most talented wrestlers around. I give her credit for that. But this Saturday, I want her to call her daddies. I want her to call all 4 of the horsemen. I want her to call the police and anyone who can help her, because once I get my hands on her, I am going to put her through the ring. I am going to put her through the building. I am going to smash her so good that I want Marvel's lawyers to hit me with a cease and desist on the type of carnage I am going to create. And when, not if, when I am the WoW champion, then we will know who the biggest and baddest wrestler of WoW really is.
Awesome, awesome. So I have to ask you about this. About a year ago, somebody asked The Rock about if he would ever challenge you in the ring, and he said, no chance, she would kick my ass. What are your thoughts on The Rock saying that, and is he right? Would you take him in a fight?
I was there. I was standing right next. Yes, I was there. I flexed. When he said no, that's why he said no. I was flexing at the time. And I would love the opportunity to smash Rock into the ground. Yes. I have no, look, like I said, anyone who has the nerve to stand across from me in the ring, and it's not cocky. It's really not. It's confidence. I know how hard I work. I know how much effort I put in. I'm not saying that none of my opponents don't do the same, but I know they're not me. So yes, if given the chance to face Rock, I would jump. I'd be the first thing in that ring ready to go. Awesome,
awesome. We mentioned
and my tongue stiff fans.
Absolutely. We mentioned Tessa a few minutes ago, and Tessa's doing something pretty cool. She's challenging for the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight title, a traditionally male belt. What do you think of her doing that, and is that something you would consider doing, venturing into wrestling against the men like that?
Here's my thing, is that I'm glad she's doing that. I'm busy. I don't have time to worry about what all these other ladies are doing because I'm busy working hard. Mm-hmm. And as of now, I wrestle for WOW Women of Wrestling. So unless they change the name to WOW Women of Wrestling and that one dude we had to hire because Beast is dominating everyone here, but she's probably going to smash him too, even though he's 6'7" and 345 pounds, then honestly, wrestling men isn't on my radar. It's not a challenge right now. I'm just focused on the WOW Championship.
I got to think that'd be too long of a title to fit on like my DirecTV screen, though.
But it would be fun to say, right?
Yeah, I'd have to get it right. I have to practice that one a few times, I think. All right, so a couple more questions, then we'll let you go. There's been some changes. I just mentioned it. Impact Wrestling, their parent company, just purchased just purchased AXSTV, where WOW airs on Saturday nights. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Do you have any concerns about what's going to happen with WOW going forward, or do you think that they're them and you're you, and that's that?
And I think you just hit the nail on the head right there. They do what they do, and it's great, and we do what we do, which is awesome. And there's no reason there can't be room for everyone at the table. Just because one person shines doesn't mean someone else is dimmer. And at the end of the day, it's about Beast. So no matter where I am and who I'm standing next to, I'm always going to be the greatest in the room. You know what I mean? That's all I focus on. I'm glad that wrestling's out there and so widespread as it is right now. It is a great time to be a wrestling fan. As a person who grew up watching wrestling, this is amazing for me. I'm still a wrestling fan. I have my favorite wrestlers that I love as a wrestling fan, and I have wrestlers that I love as a wrestler. I love wrestling. So it's good to see all this happening right now. It's good to see women getting so far ahead in wrestling right now. So I'm glad that everyone has room at the table. But it's just that everyone has room at the table.
Absolutely, and I'm finding it hard to keep up with all the wrestling. My wife's getting upset with me because every night it's like, Raw, then we got AEW, and then we got WOW, and always people in the ring. That's what's always on my screen. So I'm loving it, though.
I'm the same with you.
All right, so I guess my final question is kind of a cream puff question. It's basically, how can fans keep in contact with the Beast on social media and on the internet? Easy.
You go on any social media platform. You can find me at @wow_the Beast. And if you can't find me there, go to @wow Superheroes. Easy peasy. They'll link you there. But make sure, most importantly, Saturday, November 23rd on AXSTV, that you check out the 2-hour season finale, because that, my friends, is going to be chaos when I finally get my hands on Tessa Blanchard. So don't miss it.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right. I got to tell you, my wife and I went to the same place when we first saw you. I'm just telling you this. We have a favorite movie. It's a horror movie. It's called Trick or Treat. It's a really bad movie, but you got to see it. And this rock star comes back to life when they play the record backwards. And the same maniacal look in his eyes is what we see in you when you're staring down your opponent. And it's really cool. If you get the chance, check it out, because the facials are so similar. It's awesome. So, man, you jumped out at us right away, and I can't thank you enough for taking the time to join me and doing this interview with us. I wish you nothing but the best going forward.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast, and maybe I'll come back and talk to you when I'm the champ.
Sounds like a plan. Hey, before I let you go, one last favor. Do you mind if I ask from you?
Go for it.
Do you mind if I ask for a liner, just saying this is the Beast, and you're listening to the Wrestling Epicenter?
Okay.
Do you want me to do the whole countdown thing for you?
I can do it right now if you want.
All right, go ahead.
This is the Beast, and you are listening to the Wrestling Epicenter. Rah!
This is Jungle Girl, and you're listening to the Wrestling Epicenter.
Like what you're hearing? Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/Wrestling Epicenter, or just search Wrestling Epicenter in the search box on Facebook. On Twitter at WEpicenter. On YouTube at IWR Interactive. And of course, check us out at WrestlingEpicenter.com, your hub and home of all things professional wrestling interviews. We're the originals, and we love what we do.